Hello and welcome from NCEE, who are the sponsors of the Times Higher's Outstanding Entrepreneurial University Award. And with us are this year's winners, Dr. Michelle Phillips, who is from the Royal Northern College of Music. Really worthy winners. I'm going to just ask a few questions, and I want to start, Michelle, with how does it feel to have won the award?
Feels fantastic. It feels fantastic. I still get goosebumps when I think of it, and I will never forget the feeling of our name being called out. We're a small specialist institution. We have 950 students. We're a music conservatoire in Manchester, and there were some incredible finalists on that list. So it's a really special feeling. I think it means a lot for different reasons, and not just to me personally, but as an institution. Music students have been shown to be the most likely in terms of degree disciplines to go on to pursue freelance careers. And so for us, what that means is we're effectively training a bunch of small business owners. We're training people who will go on to be self-employed, in HMRC tax terms. So we've always prioritized that kind of professional skills training. And we've been doing this for a long time. So we've always had artist development, professional skills, entrepreneurship training, freelancing at the heart of our degree programs. So to have recognition for that is brilliant. I think the other thing that is really special for us is we've worked really hard on what we've done in terms of new ideas of how you help students develop these skills. And we've prioritized the students at the heart of that. We've worked with them as colleagues and as advisors. And we've worked with external advisors. And I think we've very proactively tried to do this better as the years have gone on. So to have that kind of stamp of the Times Higher Education Award, which is, it's the Oscars, isn't it, of the higher education world. It's really, really special. And for us, that feeling will never go away. It's given us extra fire in our belly.
Fantastic. Can you just provide some background for us in terms of, why you won the award and what you've been up to?
Absolutely. So a few things that we do. Firstly, our degree program is prioritizes these kinds of skills. So for us as an institution, our entrepreneurship training is not all extracurricular. Some of it's extracurricular, most of it is embedded. And I think we're very fortunate that we've been able to do that and that it's recognized how important that is. So we have three parts to our degree. We have the student's own specialism, which is their composition or their performance. We have the academic training, music theory, music performance studies, music history. And then the third part is what we call artist development or professional skills. And that's where our entrepreneurship education sits. So that includes things like tax. We do tax training with our students from the very first term that they join us. Networking, running a project, all of those skills that you need, resilience, coping with change, budgeting. We teach all of that within that 1/3 of our degree. So I think what is really important and what we found with our research as well is that in order for everyone to be able to access this entrepreneurship training, it needs to be in the degree programs. Outside of our degree programs, we have a Creative Innovators Award where students can put their projects forward to win up to £2,000. We have 5,000 pot per year for that. And compared to the size of our student population, that's quite a good chunk of money. We have some lovely projects coming through there. I think the other thing that was really seen by the judges in this is that we see our students as young professionals from the first moment they come in, and we make sure they come across industry professionals from day one. We bring them in. Every student has a chance to go out on placement. We work very closely with the music industry. And so I think we're able for our students to effectively be working in the music industry while they're studying. So I think what we're very good at is entrepreneurship is not a bolt on and it's not a department and it's not anything that's can be compartmentalized. It's part of the kind of it's embedded in the whole mindset of what we do to make sure these young musicians can go out and do exciting new things and make that future music industry.
I mean, I can concur. I think that's what the judges really saw in your submission was that embeddedness across the whole piece. It was just, it was just within your values and your ethos. I mean,
Yeah.
since that, have you been able to develop? Has the work changed? Has the work developed? Is there even more?
Yeah, I mean, we're I think we're a bunch of quite kind of motivated, passionate people, and we want to do. We're on to the next thing. We've done a few things since. We've just launched our RNCM Innovate Centre, which brings together a lot of the things that we're doing that are experimental. So part of that is in how we train the students. Part of it is about how we connect them with industry partners. Part of it is about things like our lab week, where we hand over our performance venues to the students to do something that has to be really experimental and innovative. And so that's part of what we've done, that RNCM Innovate. I think we've learned recently that what's really important now, for various reasons, not least young people and what they want from their degrees, is that it's really important to meet them where they are, to find out who they are, to find out about any barriers they might be experiencing to their education, to find out what drives them, what do they feel passionately about, what keeps them up at night. So we've started to focus much more about how, as soon as they join us, we find out who they are and how can we then enable them to have a journey through our degree programs that means at the end of it, they've got this brilliant idea that they can then just fly with. We've also started to do that even with our offer holders. So we've started to run sessions as part of open days where we go, what do you feel passionate about? What do you want to do with your music? More often than not, they want to change the world. And how amazing is that to have a job where you get to support students to change the world?
I love that, meeting the students where they are. I think that's a fantastic concept. I mean, and just going, wanting to change the world, what will be the legacy of you winning this award? Be staff, students, for the institution?
It's given us a real springboard. I mean, I think this is something that's always been a core part of our practice, but we've really enjoyed being more aware, more embedded in the entrepreneurship education sector largely, and meeting wonderful people who've been fantastic mentors for me and advisors. So I think continuing to share that best practice and continuing to use those opportunities to be part of that sector, with people like NCEE is really, really special for us. I think one of the things that we are now thinking of is how we can keep pushing to try new things and share that best practice and how we can support it with research. So we're doing a lot of research around creativity, and how you can train it and how you can assess it, monitor it, evaluate it, around how you can think about barriers to access for students. Are students all able to access our Creative Innovators Award, or do they have caring responsibilities or personal needs? And finally, we're now starting to think about what creativity and innovation actually is and how we can measure it, perhaps by looking at even people's brains.
Fantastic. Michelle, thank you so much for your time. You're a worthy winner. I'm so excited to see what's next. So thank you ever so much for your time.
Thank you.